In today's class and in the next class, we will solve a few problem sums based on percentage. So let's get started. The first problem sum says balanced diet should contain 12% of proteins, 25% of fats and 63% of carbohydrates. Now if a child needs 2600 calories daily, then find in calories the amount of each of these. Each of these means proteins, fats and carbohydrates in daily intake. So from the problem sum, what we understand is total calories a child needs daily is 2600. So this is in calories. Now a balanced diet contains 12% of proteins. So 12% of proteins, what we understand by this statement, in that diet out of 100, 12 is protein. So out of 100 means it could be 100 grams. Then out of 100 grams, 12 gram is protein. It could be 100 calories. Then out of 100 calories, 12 is protein. So what we have seen here in the problem statement is that a child needs 2600 calories daily. So if we want to know that out of 2600 how much will be the protein, then we have to proceed this way, that out of 100, 12 is protein. So out of 1, it will be definitely less than 1, so it will be 12 divided by 100. And if the total amount of calories here, if it is 2600, then out of that the amount of protein in calories will be this much, 12 by 100 multiplied by 2600. So 100 and this will cancel each other, so it will be 12 multiplied by 26 and that will be 312 calorie. So CAL is the short form of calorie. That means we can write here that daily protein intake in calories will be 312. So 312 calories. Now next is fat. The same balanced diet contains 25% of fats. So 25% of fats means out of 100, 25 is fat. Then again the total amount is 2600. So out of that we have to find. So out of 1, it will be definitely less than 1. So it will be 25 divided by 100. And out of 2600, the amount of fat in calories will be 25 divided by 100 multiplied by 2600. So again it will be 25 multiplied by 26. So it is 650 calorie. That means daily fats intake will be 650 calorie, and that is with respect to 2600. Now next is carbohydrate, and what we can see here is 63% is for carbohydrates. So in the balanced diet 63% is of carbohydrates. So daily carbohydrate intake we have to find, and the concept is same, the approach will be same. So 63% means out of 100 the amount of carbohydrates in calories will be 63. So out of 1, again definitely it will be less than 1, and that will be 63 divided by 100. So out of 2600, which is fixed, which is reference here, out of that we are finding out. So that will be 63 divided by 100 multiplied by 2600. So here what you have to do, you have to multiply 63 by 26, and that will be 1638 calorie. So daily carbohydrate intake is 1638 calorie, and this is how we will find, or we will simplify this type of problem sum based on percentage. Now the next problem sum says a cricketer scored a total of 62 runs in 96 balls. Now he hit 3 sixes, 8 fours, 2 twos and 8 singles. And what we have to find, what percentage of the total runs came in. So here the total runs, what we can see is 62, and that is out of 96 balls. So total run is 62, and based on that we have to calculate the percentage. And what percentage we will find? This 62 runs came from 3 sixes, 8 fours, 2 twos and 8 singles. So this 6, 4 and 2 and this singles, they contributed towards this 62 runs in total. So based on this 62, now we have to find the contribution of these 4 types of runs in percentage. So we will do one by one. Sixes, the number of sixes is 3. 3 sixes means 3 multiplied by 6, so it will be 18. That means 18 runs came from sixes. So out of 62, 18 came from sixes. So out of 1, then it will be definitely less than 1. So 18 divided by 62, and in percentage we have to find. So out of 100, if the total run was 100, then that run came from sixes in how much percentage? That percentage we have to find. So 18 divided by 62 multiplied by 100, and that value will be in percentage, that will be 29.03%. Now next type of runs is 4. He hit 8 fours, so 8 multiplied by 4, that means total runs 32. So 32 came from fours and out of 62. So out of 62, 32 runs came from fours. So out of 1, if the total run was 1, then how much and how many runs that came from 4? So that will be 32 by 62. Definitely it will be less than 1. So if the total run was 100, then that out of 100, how many runs came from 4? So it will be multiplied by 100. So that value, now if we calculate, it will be 51.61, and that we are finding in percentage. So 51.61% run came from 4s. Next type of runs was 2. So 2, how many? 2. So 2 multiplied by 2, total run 4. So out of 62, then this 4 came from 2s. So out of 1, again the same concept, it will be 4 divided by 62. And if the total run was 100, then out of 100, how much or how many runs came from 2? So this way we have to find, and that value will be 6.45%. Now the next turn is of singles. And how many singles? 8. So 8 singles means 1 run, so it will be in total 8, and the total runs is 62, that is fixed. So out of 62, 8 run came from singles. I am not writing the full sentence, you have to write as and when required. So out of 1, the total runs that came from singles is 8 divided by 62, and out of 100, then it will be 8 divided by 62 multiplied by 100. So in percentage, now if we calculate, it will be 12.9%. So this is how we will solve this type of problem sum. Now the next problem sum says a certain school has 300 students, and out of 300, 142 are boys. It has 30 teachers, and 12 of whom are men. What percent of the total number of students and teachers in the school is female? So what we can see here from this problem statement is that the certain school has total 300 students. Okay, fine. And among these 300 students, the boys are 142. So the girl students will be how many? It will be 300 minus 142, and that is 158, and that's what I have written here. And then the next information that we are getting here, that the school has 30 teachers, and out of those 30, 12 are men teachers. So total number of teachers is 30, and total number of male teachers is 12. That means total number of female teachers will be 30 minus 12, that is 18. So what we can see here, total number of student and teachers in that school, that count is 300 is total number of students, and 30 is total number of teachers. So that will be 330, total number of students and teachers. And total number of female in that school, including students as well as teachers, that count will be total number of girl students is 158, and total number of female teachers is 18. So if we add these two values, then that will be the total number of count of female head count in that particular school, and that value is 176. And what is the requirement? It is what percentage of the total number of students and teachers in the school is female. So out of total number of students and teachers, and that count is 330, how much percentage is the female including teachers and students? So total count is 330, and total female count in that school is 176. So we have to calculate this way, that out of 330 teachers and students, total number of female head count including teachers and students is 176, and that value we have to find in percentage. In percentage means per 100 how many. Then out of 1, definitely it will be less than 1, so it will be 176 divided by 330, and out of 100 now we have to find, so it will be 176 divided by 330 multiplied by 100. So out of 1, if this is the count, then out of 100 definitely it will be 100 times, so we have to multiply it by 100. It will be 160 divided by 3, and 160 divided by 3 means it will be 53 and 1 by 3 or 1/3, and in percentage we are finding out, so it will be 53 and 1/3 percent. Now the next problem sum says a motorist traveled 122 km before his first stop, and if he had 10% of his journey to complete at this point, how long was the total ride? So before his first stop, the motorist traveled only 122 km, and how much percent by that time he has completed? Only 10%. And we have to find the total distance, total ride. So this one is a simple problem. So that means in percent, if we calculate, say 10% he has completed, and that distance is 122 kilometers. So total distance means 100%. Out of 100, 10 is 120 kilometers. So out of 100, if it is 100, then how much kilometer he has traveled, or that will be the count of or amount of total distance or total ride. So we can think this way, then when it is 10%, then the distance that he has covered, or the distance is 122 kilometers. So when it is 1%, then the distance will be 122 divided by 10 kilometer, and when the distance is the total distance, that means 100%, then how much will be the distance? So it will be 122 divided by 10 and then multiplied by 100. So it will be total 1220 kilometers. And also we may not write the percent symbol here if it confuses us, but definitely we will write in full sentence as and when required. Now the next problem sum says that an alloy of tin and copper consists of 15 parts of tin and 105 parts of copper. Find the percentage of copper in the alloy. So in that alloy of tin and copper, 15 parts are of tin and 105 parts are of copper. So the total parts will be 15 plus 105, that means 120. So what we have to find is, the percentage of copper in that alloy. So out of 120 parts, how many parts are of copper? Copper is 105 parts. And then out of 1, then how much will be the parts of copper? It will be 105 divided by 120. So out of 100 parts, then how much will be the parts for copper? It will be 105 divided by 120, and that will be multiplied by 100. So it will be 87.5, and that will be in percentage. So this is how we simplify. Now the next problem sum says Aman's income is 20% less than that of Anil. How much percent is Anil's income more than Aman's income? So we can simplify this way, that if we assume that Anil's income, we don't know how much it is, and no exact amount is given here, only the percentage that value is given. So we can assume this way, or we can simplify this way, this type of problem sum, where the exact amount of is not mentioned anywhere. Anil's income is say 100 rupees. If the currency, if we assume as rupees, then say 100 rupees Anil's income. And Aman's income is how much? Aman's income is 20% less than of Anil. So 20% less means, we understand, if Anil's income is 100, then 20%. So out of 100, 20 is less. So if Anil's income is 100, then 20 less, then Aman's income will be 100 minus 20. So it will be 80. And definitely the currency will be in rupees. So Aman's income will be in that case rupees 80. Now we have to find how much percent is Anil's income more than Aman's income. Initially in the first statement, it was given Aman's income 20% less than Anil's income. So the base value was Anil's income, and with respect to that we found the Aman's income. Now we have to find how much Anil's income is more than Aman's income. So here the base value or the reference amount with respect to which we have to find, that is Aman's income. So Aman's income is 80, and with respect to that 80 rupees, Anil's income is more 20 rupees more, and Anil's income is 100. So when Aman's income is 80 rupees, then Anil's income is 100. So Anil's income is 20 rupees more, right? So when Aman's income will be 1 rupees, then how much will be Anil's income more? It will be 20 divided by 80. So that much amount is more. Now when Aman's income is 100 rupees, then with respect to that 100 or with respect to that income, how much more will be Anil's income? So it will be 20 divided by 80 and then multiplied by 100, and this much is the amount of more income that Anil has or Anil earns. So this will be 20 divided by 80 means 4, and 4 here it will be 25, and it will be in percentage. So it will be 25%, and that is more. So in the first statement of this problem, it was given Aman's income was 20% less than that of Anil. So Anil's income was in that case was base value or reference value with respect to which Aman's income was calculated. And in the second statement, what we needed to find was how much Anil's income was more than Aman's income. So that time Aman's income was base or reference, and with respect to that we found Anil's income. So this is how we simplify this type of problem sum. I hope you have gained a good knowledge on percentage in this class. In the next class again we will be solving a few more complex problem sums based on percentage. Till then, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.